United eyeing Fofana to bolster midfield options. You can only shop based on what you can spend. Manchester United are actively seeking to strengthen their midfield this summer, and Youssouf Fofana of AS Monaco has emerged as the latest prime target. With a number of current midfielders facing uncertain futures, the Red Devils are looking for reliable and affordable additions to support Erik ten Hag's vision. Here's a comprehensive look at why Fofana could be the right fit for United. What's been said? According to a report by Team Talk, Dan Ashworth is keen on a Man Utd move for Youssouf Fofana. It's no secret that Manchester United are in the market for new midfield recruits, and Fofana appears to be a significant target. The likes of Donny van de Beek and Sofiane Amrabat are no longer at the club, while the futures of Scott McTominay, Christian Eriksen, and Casemiro continue to be up for debate. Indeed, McTominay is reportedly on the radar of Premier League rivals Fulham and Tottenham, though his preference is to stay and fight for his place at Old Trafford. With these uncertainties, Fofana, who is also on the radar of AC Milan and West Ham, is seen as a potential anchor in United's midfield. Looking at the key stats. Youssouf Fofana, born on January 10, 1999, is a 25-year-old central midfielder currently playing for AS Monaco in Ligue 1. Standing at 1.85 meters, he has built a reputation as a robust defensive midfielder. Last season, Fofana made 35 appearances for Monaco, scoring 4 goals and providing 4 assists. His international experience includes 3 caps for the French national team, having made 3 appearances off the bench during Euro 2024. In terms of overall minutes, Fofana clocked a total of 2,973 minutes last season. His physical presence and work rate make him a valuable asset in the midfield. Drawing comparisons. Maybe the best insight is comparing him to the target United really wanted. When comparing Fofana to PSG's Manuel Ugarte, the statistics reveal interesting insights. Ugarte, also a midfielder, boasts a slightly better challenge success rate with a TKL tackles success rate of 48.3%, compared to Fofana's 45.5%. Additionally, Ugarte's pass completion rate stands at an impressive 91.2%, whereas Fofana's is 81.2%. These metrics suggest that while Fofana is a formidable player, he may not be as effective as Ugarte in certain defensive and passing aspects. This could be a contributing factor to Fofana's more accessible market valuation. There's the argument over the teams they play for, but it's telling where United went first of all. Likelihood and fee. Fofana's market value is estimated at €30 million, according to Transfermarkt, and his contract with AS Monaco runs until June 2025. However, with only a year left on his contract after this summer, there is potential for a reduced fee, making him a more affordable option for Manchester United. United's current financial constraints mean they need to make strategic signings, and Fofana could be a pragmatic choice. Although he may not be their first-choice target, his affordability and the potential to strengthen United's midfield make him a viable candidate. You feel he'd jump at the move, and with the wages United offer it's understandable why. There's real legs in this one. The stadium has been one of the biggest talking points at Manchester United ever since Sir Jim Ratcliffe and company took part ownership of the club. The infamous, leaky roof, summed up the current condition of the once grand institution, laying bare the need for urgent work at Old Trafford. Since then, many projects have already started at the stadium, with some completed as well, but the specter of uncertainty has loomed over it. That is because, for all the refurbishment done, the current building has limited potential to be great since it was built more than a century ago. Consequently, Sir Jim Ratcliffe looks to be leaning towards building an entirely new stadium to give United the best in class a club of its size deserves. However, Old Trafford still has a humongous weight of legacy and illustrious history attached to it, so the choice of emotion versus progress has divided fans. Until now. Ineos' audacious Old Trafford decision. The debate was always about doing repair work at Old Trafford versus building an entirely new stadium. In this debate, one side was bound to be disappointed. However, what Ineos did was make an audacious decision that has somehow managed to please both sides. It has been reported that United are going to build a new stadium, but Old Trafford will not be demolished. Instead, it will be downsized, the history of it preserved, and it will used as a site for women's or academy matches. The stadium has a certain aura to it, housing the Munich clock, an iconic tunnel, the famous scoreboard end, and much more. By making this decision, all of that and more will be preserved. The teams other than the men's first team will get the chance to play in a more compact, but iconic Old Trafford, and United's first team can fill up a potential 100,000-seater on a weekly basis. Moreover, the issue of naming rights will be solved by this decision, as United will simultaneously have Old Trafford and millions from selling naming rights of the new building. This has reinforced the idea that Sir Jim Ratcliffe and Ineos are the perfect owners for Man United right now. Sir Jim Ratcliffe, and a boyhood dream. When the takeover race was on between Ineos and a Qatari delegation, the fans were split to some extent. Some thought the endless riches of the latter were the key to unlocking United's full potential, while some felt Sir Jim Ratcliffe was much closer to home with fewer skeletons in the closet. Ultimately, Ineos won out, and the decisions they've been making have so far proven to be the best of both worlds. Money has been pumped in by the new ownership to engineer changes to Old Trafford, fix cash flow issues, and refurbish architecture around the club. At the same time, the fact Sir Jim is a boyhood United has reflected in every decision they've made so far, with honest and open communication the biggest change from the Glazer ownership. It is worth noting that Sheikh Jassim, the rival to Ineos, bid for the takeover, was never once seen in public or heard from directly throughout the process. If a bottomless pit of money was the answer, even the Glazers would point out to the north of $1 billion spent in the last decade, not taking into account the money they sucked out of the club. It is the structure, planning, and spotless decision-making that make the difference, and having an extremely present owner who has historically always wanted United to be better adds to it. Old Trafford was always going to be a tricky issue for the new regime to tackle, and the way Ineos have done it, which no one thought possible, speaks volumes about their perfect fit to lead a new era at the club.